Evening, everyone. Raquel here, and we have DL and Shaw Chef's new little addition to the family, a little puppy, uh, a Chihuahua pug. It's so cute.
That it was.
Mm-hmm. And she was talking about the seventh episode, second season of Star Trek Picard, and she said she didn't really like it, or either didn't like it and didn't really pay attention to it. I mean, Patrick Stewart looks great, but mm, I'm not really familiar with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Uh, haven't really gotten into it. I'm more like familiar with Star Wars than anything else. I mean, I haven't even seen the first original series of Star Trek. And what I'm not really sure, but what year did that start? The original series.
No, back in the mid 60s.
Looking it up right now. Mm, 1966, and it has 3 seasons.
Yeah.
That's a lot of films
Mm-hmm.
and television series. Got the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. And then you got the other streaming television series, Discovery, which I guess none of the fans of Star Trek like, uh, including Picard. And there's another coming up called Strange New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
When's that supposed to
I have
start?
no idea.
Oh, it's gonna start next month. Okay, it's a spinoff from Star Trek's Discovery and a prequel to Star Trek the original series. Hmm. So it's a spinoff prequel. Hmm. I wonder how that's gonna play out.
Probably be shit like the rest of them.
Like Discovery and Picard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't have streaming services, so I mean, I have a couple, but nothing where I could get the Discovery and Picard. Not that I'd watch them anyway. You know,
Hmm.
I rely on Chef to take the bullet.
Yeah. Now where was the? Okay, here we go. Star Trek 2009 movie had Zachary Quintino as Spock
Mm-hmm.
and had Chris Pine as uh
Kirk.
that's what yeah, Admiral James T. Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
No, Chris Hemsworth is in this movie.
Yeah, well, he's in it real briefly. You can't tell it's him because he, he's young and he wasn't a big known star yet. You
He was George Samuel Kirk Sr.
know. Mm-hmm.
We get Eric Bana in there. Oh, we get Anton Yelchin, who who fortunately isn't around anymore.
No, he died right after the third movie, I think.
Well, he was I remember because he was voicing an animated character, and the second season was supposed to come out. He did enough dialogue uh for that second season.
Second
Um,
season of what?
it's called Troll Hunters.
Mm,
But he was pinned to death by his own jeep.
yeah, it jumped out of gear and it pinned him between the
The
the jeep and
fence
the
gate,
gate.
fence
Yeah,
gate, yeah.
yeah. Turns
The
out there
gate.
was a flaw in the design, and it cost him his life.
The vehicle transmission had apparently not put in park and rolled back down to the driveway, which was a steep incline, and pinned him against the pillar and the security fence.
Hmm. He
Awful.
was a
Just
young guy too.
yeah, I he was 27. Awful, just awful.
One of the best movies I saw him in was a movie called Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Let's check.
Oh, this is Michelle's husband. Oh, I just want to let you know my wife fell asleep before the stream. She was up early with our daughter. They wore each other out today. My daughter is wrapped around her mother on her bed. Ah.
Oh, it's cute.
I came home from work, found my wife and daughter asleep. I didn't have the heart to wake my wife and little girl up. Ah, no, let her sleep.
Yeah, I'm surprised it needs it.
Yeah, let the let them sleep. They need their rest. You know, they can. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not live streaming, you can catch me on everywhere else. Like for instance, um, oh, you can catch me on Jedi Bill 797. You can catch me on LDG Geeks and Joy. Uh, where else? Um, yeah, you can catch me on Brodan of the Skies. Um, even on Darius's Moonshausen's channel, but he hasn't doing any live streams for quite a while because he's fixing his computer still. I'm trying to decide if I tried to put my daughter in a crib so that my wife can sleep better, but I don't want to wake my daughter up.
Mm. Well,
Hmm.
if they're sleeping peacefully, I just leave them be.
Yeah, just let her sleep where she is at, I guess. You don't want to wake a sleeping lion up. But let's see. Uh, Anton Yelchin. What other movies have I seen? Duh, 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 duh. He was in Terminator Salvation. Oh, he was on From Up on Poppy Hill, which is a Ghibli film. Uh, that's about it, really. That I can recognize. Any newsworthy stuff to talk about? I didn't. I usually just look at Twitter. What's going on?
No, I don't read. I don't read shitter.
Touche.
We're talking about that Elon Musk might buy the company outright, which would be all right.
Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm. It's got people quaking in their boots.
Yeah, Elon Musk is challenging censorship. Well, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I mean, the censorship BS is like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what Jesse's stream the other day he did?
Mm.
Um, it was uh it was flagged 18 and over.
Okay.
So you have to confirm. Do you want to? Yeah. Actually, let me see it again. Yeah, this following content has been identified by YouTube community as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. Do you want to confirm to watch it? Yes, I do. This content may be inappropriate for some users. Do you wish to continue? Yeah. So yeah, one of it is live streams from yesterday. You know, got well, I wouldn't say flagged. That just like it just got slapped with the 18 and over thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Jurassic World Dominion features new footage of the OG original cast
Mm-hmm.
getting on the action and looking back on the filming of the original movie. Nice. Something the fans for the original movie will like. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's latest defamation trial.
I am so sick of hearing about both of them.
What did I see? I see something today about that. I saw it like sometime today. What was it? Where I should say, where is it? Come on, it's in there somewhere. Good. I have so many subscriptions, it's not even funny.
Yeah. I need to go through and start deleting some of them that I don't even watch anymore.
Oh, here it is. Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp while his mother was dying. Apparently.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see. Johnny Depp's wife files for divorce after a year of marriage. Exciting, citing in irreconcilable
Differences.
differences. Yeah. Hmm. That's sad.
Yeah, I never really was a big fan of either one of them. To be perfectly honest.
Well, I liked. Well, I would say that we're hey, Aravac Sonder, how are you doing? To me, the first Johnny Depp movie I saw was Edward Scissorhands. Favorite movie, very good movie. And then I believe right after that, I'm not really sure. I wanted to say Willy Wonka, but I don't think so. Um, I don't. Let's see. You got Edward Scissorhands. Da. Okay, so after Edward Scissorhands, that's when I saw him as Captain Jack Sparrow, the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. And then, yeah, Finding Neverland, Charlie Chuck, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I didn't really watch that film in its entirety. I just watched bits of it. And then you got the rest of the later films from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember watching this movie. Mordecai, Mordecai.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a funny movie. 21 Jump Street with Channing Tatum and John Hill. I don't know. I just don't really see those two as funny. I don't know why.
Well, apparently somebody did. They made a sequel.
I don't know. I just don't really see them as that funny. Doing well, thanks. No link. Oh yeah. Sorry, my mind. I guess I forgot about that. Hold on a minute, Boosh.
Did you not put a link out again?
Oops. There was a film when he was in the 50s or 60s.
He played
This
in
up.
a movie back in. It was a black and white movie. It was oh, what was it called? I'll have to think about it. Ed Wood.
Ed Wood?
Ed Wood. It was about a film director back in the day named Ed Wood. Strange guy.
Strange. Sup? You guys talking about what's currently going on with Johnny and Amber Heard situation? Yeah, but Sleepy Hollow. I would like to watch that film, but I'm not really sure about the severed head part. Jonah Hill. Good evening, Philip Blair. It was meh, kind of funny. Amber Turd. Yes, lol. I think it was Ricada Law that coined that term.
Maybe. I don't know. I've heard it for quite a while. That's what people think of her.
Nobody says, hey, nobody.
Nobody. No.
Johnny stuck it in the crazy jar, and now the world pays for it.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't gory. Yeah, but I'm not really sure.
It don't take much, Boosh. Raquel's got a very queasy stomach.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm not
She's
really into the.
she's kind of a pud.
I'm not really into chopping on someone's head off, even though there isn't really much blood. But if it's like really in quick succession, I wouldn't really mind it. There's also Rango as well. Ah, you mean the lizard?
Yeah, Ranko. Yeah.
Lucius, hey, Fed. Fed says, sup? It was not Rikita Law, LOL. People have been calling her that since she pooped on the bed.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard it from, Rikita Law. And that's when I heard the term called Ember Turd from.
Well, I think they were calling her that before he ever said it.
It was called Cry Baby with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that was a strange flick.
Hola, Fed. Great garden you got going. How's Tink liking it? The kitty? I'm sure the kitty's doing fine. Yeah, Bush, I put the link on Gilded. Just go to my Gilded server and you'll find it. That story's like 6 years old. It's been a couple of years, I guess. F it. I'm just gonna put the link in the chat. Just give me a second here. All right, done. Evening, Bruce.
Hey, Rachel. How are you and the lunatic doing tonight?
Oh, it's Raquel, but that's fine.
I'm sorry, Raquel.
That's okay.
Good.
Just painting figurines. This is what I do.
Which is
Looks
cool.
like you got quite a few there.
Yeah. I stopped buying them. So you guys talking about Amber Turd?
Yep, Amber Turd. Hey, Alistair.
Yo. Yeah.
She's interesting.
He was also in Freddy Krueger 2, I think.
Oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mhm.
Specifically,
Freddy.
I don't know what I forgot which one, but
Hang on. Jesus Christ.
specifically,
we got echo going on.
That was me. That was me.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I've got my.
What's going on with Nightmare on Elm Street guy?
Averick Sonder, he thought he was also in Freddy Krueger 2, I think.
Johnny Depp, I don't think he was in that one. He was definitely in the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, he was in the first one.
The
Mhm.
director's
Yeah, he was
daughter,
the,
maybe, or director's niece, saw him and was like, he is so hot, put him in the movie. Or maybe it was a producer's niece. Something like
Yeah.
that.
He was killed in Nightmare on Elm Street. Johnny Depp was. He was in the first movie. He was on the waterbed scene. This really hot chick is swimming under the surface of the mattress in the waterbed, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Heather Langenkamp.
I didn't realize that was her.
I think that's her.
Ah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I had my headphone.
Yeah.
It was not you guys at all. It was
Mhm.
the headphone mic I had cranked up when we were watching Winter Soldier. So I plugged in and turned it on and went, "Oh my god, my ears! I'm too old for this shit. Hurt."
Fed scores some catnip. Awesome.
say, Bruce, I see you're a tabletop figure collector, right?
You could say that, yeah.
I think we can assume that.
What kind of figures you got?
Reaper, a lot of Whiz Kids. Got out of Whiz Kids. Stayed more with
Really?
Reaper. And I don't like woke companies. If your company is woke, that's great. I'm not going to give you any more money. I'm done.
Yeah, Games Workshop went kind of woke.
Hey, nobody.
Yeah. So that was kind of what happened there. And
yes,
then, course,
nobody exactly. That's once that happens and that story gets out,
Yeah,
there's
she
no
did that.
deleting posts.
Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, that was like 6 years ago when that story came around. And people were like, no, she would never do that. Look at how beautiful she is. I'm going. Has anyone on Twitter that's saying that, she would never do that because she's beautiful? They've never dated a really hot chick. A lot of them are really fucking crazy. I've got pictures of me dating hot chicks. Like, they're not all sunshine and rainbows. Some are.
There's a lot of makeup that goes into that hotness, and there's a lot of times when you take one to a party and she's on the way home and she blows up your Corvette or your Camaro and she just vomits everywhere, or worse yet, she comes out of both ends. And I don't think anybody on Twitter has ever had that happen to them before.
Yeah, not exactly really hot at that point. To the makeup thing, that's something that was being talked about in the trial. Is she really doesn't wear a lot of makeup, and she doesn't look like she's wearing much while she's sitting in court with that smug.
Well, she didn't want to do that. She wants to look professional. She wants to look like she's studious and not the person that she's portrayed herself to be.
Well, it's not coming off correctly because she looks as arrogant as anyone I've seen after the opening statements for Johnny's defamation lawyers going, look at all this. These are all the accusations. We have proof of a lot of this stuff. And her head is slightly tilted to the right and her nose is up in the air and her eyes are half open. She looks as arrogant, and she got a little smirk on her face. She looks as arrogant as a defendant as I've ever seen in court. Like,
but I know
it's narcissism beyond belief.
If you're saying she looked like she has a smug look going on, yeah, that's
beyond smug. It's just so above it all. I mean, people can look smug. Johnny has looked smug in some of these proceedings in court. Some of his lawyers have looked kind of smug. Her attitude and the look on her face and her body, or what do you call it? Behavior, basically. Her body language is just nothing but haughty and arrogant and just above it all. And I just have no sympathy whatsoever for her. I don't believe anything she's saying. Like I said, I've dated hot chicks. I've got pictures if you want to see them. They're not all, like I said, they're not all sunshine and rainbows. Some are batshit crazy and habitual liars.
Well, I'm just saying that she doesn't impress me. Although I think I have a winning formula for us to love Brie Larson, and it's going to be casting Brie Larson as Amber Heard in the courtroom drama on Lifetime, and I think
the Hallmark Channel, they do that shit.
I think that could actually win for Brie.
She's just so unlikable. I thought she was good in United States of Terra, but like Twitter wasn't a huge thing then. That she really didn't have that massive weird voice she does. She wasn't on YouTube. And once she started talking at award shows, I'm like, whoa, Brie Larson's out of her fucking mind. She's crazy.
To be honest, I don't really want to watch the Captain Marvel movie.
That was when I stopped paying for.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I don't like.
I really. It was bad.
I'm having mixed feelings about it because I don't want to watch it because of her, but at the same time, I really want to watch it because of the orange feline.
Well, you can see pictures of a cat anywhere, Raquel. You don't need to watch that shitty movie.
You don't need to watch the movie at all. It doesn't link up. It doesn't link up with anything.
It's an alien disguised as a cat.
Yeah, but don't.
You can find it on YouTube, and that's free.
And you're talking like 15 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, the cat's in there very little.
It's not a cat. It's something else.
Yeah,
you get a better story on He-Man and Masters of the Universe with the KFC bucket.
Yeah, I started to watch the first episode, and then Adam dies, and I went, I don't think I need to see the rest of this.
No, I'm talking about the 1986 movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh no, that's great.
Oh yeah.
It's also is that Tom Paris that plays the dude? Is that him? The boy that's with Courtney Cox's boyfriend.
I think so. I think that is.
Him?
I think you're right.
I think Courtney Cox was definitely hot in that. I thought Tila was awesome in that. I thought Eva Lynn was awesome in that. Frank Langella as Skeletor was fucking phenomenal. It really doesn't line up with the cartoon that I saw. There's a lot more going on. They went a lot more sci-fi than fantasy.
Yep.
But I really liked it. I've seen it not that long ago again, and as far as I'm concerned, it still holds up. I enjoyed it.
And just to also mention He-Man related stuff. Wow, I heard that, at least from some people, that Masters of the Universe Revelations wasn't that good, at least from some people. But the 3D He-Man show that's also on Netflix was good as well.
The artwork on Revelations looks amazing. I thought they did a great job with the artwork. But I started watching the first episode, and it's right around the time Minette's Edge started talking about it. And there were all these rumors coming around, and I'm like, you know what? Even though those are rumors, and these are other people's opinions, and I, tend to side with a lot of the opinions on people on Mead and other channels that I've watched. It was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. The first episode, I went, I don't need to watch any more of this. This is not He-Man. I don't know what this is. They should have just called Tila and the Masters of the Universe, and maybe it would have been a little bit different. But then they just changed the character, and like her going up to the throne and yelling at the king that the king should have told her, and her alone. She was like she's a victim in all of this. Adam is fucking dead. Okay, He-Man is dead. He-Man is dead, and she's like, I'm the victim in all this, and he's like, no, I'm done. That's it. I checked out. I could not believe that they pulled that shit.
I've got a bunch of miniatures to paint. I don't need to worry about the rewrite that Kevin Smith fucked up.
And then he fucking lied about it. That's the huge thing, is that he lied about it. He got called out, Clownfish TV. He tried to have YouTube take down their channel because they called him out, and they got all these flags on him. They were right. Like,
your brownie points just went down the toilet.
He's a piece of shit anyway.
When he started writing his own pat on the back bullshit, he did the Evening with Kevin Smith video.
Oh, I still have not watched all of that.
Either way,
I think he just okay. I understand what heart attacks are. Lots of heart attacks in my family. It runs in my family. That's very upsetting. But he used to be funny and jolly when he was fat. And then he got skinny and weird and still wearing the same size clothes as when he was fat. And then he just got fucking woke. And I'm like, oh, maybe he should have had a second heart attack and just stayed fat or something. I don't know. What the hell happened to him? Did they give him... And also, knowing who his wife is and who his daughter is, he's just surrounded by this just complete injection daily, hour after hour of wokeness. So, I mean, I can understand why he is the way he is. I can't sympathize with it at all. And I can't empathize with it. Fuck him. He should have fought back.
That also... Oh, sorry.
No, I want to say Adorable the Horrible says, I was done with Marvel when Thanos won an Infinity War. The bad guy won. End of story. Great story. And that's pretty much how I view it. I watched Infinity War and then Ant-Man and Wasp. Ant-Man and Wasp was not the way I wanted to go out, but
it was not terrible. It had a lot of problems, but I didn't hate the Ant-Man and Wasp. I hated
a little bit of time out, guys. Like, don't spoil it for me because there's
she hasn't seen too many Marvel movies. So.
Yeah, I need to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, Civil War.
The next one you're gonna watch is with me called Civil War. I've got it. We're gonna watch that one next.
Yeah. Don't
you just saw Winter Soldier.
Don't spoil it for me because I do want to watch these movies later on.
But
We didn't spoil
I
anything.
think
It just Captain Marvel sucks, and you don't need to watch it. It's
Nope.
not a
Oh,
spoiler.
No.
that's fine. Captain Marvel was fine. I mean, the rest of the movies.
Oh, Ant-Man. I
first
suggest
one
watching
is
the
great.
first Ant-Man. You don't need to see the second Ant-Man. It really
Does
doesn't
she
tie
really
in.
need to see Black Panther?
Oh, I
Nope.
love to see that one. Yes.
I like Black Panther. On second watching, I kind of had some issues with it, but first time I saw it in the theater, and I really liked it. Second watch when it came out on cable, whatever it was, I don't remember what channel it was. It had some issues. I'm like, oh, there's a little thing there. I think what's his name? The guy that played Gollum, Circus.
Andy Serkis.
Andy, thank you, Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
I thought he stole every scene he was in.
He usually does everything.
Yeah.
he's
I
in.
forgot the character's name in Marvel.
Claw.
Claw. Yes.
Ulysses Claw.
Ulysses.
See, I
Claw.
could remember the character name because I read He's actually a Fantastic Four villain. I could remember Ulysses Claw, but I couldn't remember Andy Serkis has been in so much shit. He was Caesar in the what is it? Shit.
Planet of the Apes.
Thank you. I just got to it at the same time.
So the cat in the Captain Marvel movie is named Goose, and it's apparently
He's a
it's
Flurgan.
a
is what it's
Flurgan,
called, I think.
which are extremely dangerous alien creatures that resembles Earth cats. And I guess it's that cat was responsible for
Nick Fury's eye
Fury's
getting scratched off.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
which
is
is
such a
also
weak
a
story.
horrendous retcon because, as you saw in Winter Soldier, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye, and then he uses his eye in Winter Soldier. Remember that, Raquel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with a fucking cat, so they retconned that.
What were you saying about that particular one scene where he was talking to Captain America? And you were saying that to me that he wouldn't it was that Nick Fury wouldn't make that decision because it was totally out of character for him.
When they were showing the 3 helicarriers that were redesigning with Stark Tech, that's not something Nick Fury would be on board with.
Mm-hmm.
Also launching the satellite from the Lemurian star, which tracks all people of interest or persons of, I think it's called persons of interest on the planet. And the 3 helicarriers are supposed to go up, in upper atmosphere, different locations across the globe and just eliminate quote unquote threats. But there's no way that Nick Fury would have been on board with that. That's the only real problem I had with Winter Soldier. How the fuck could Nick Fury think that was a good idea and be on board with it and not discuss it with the World Security Council and say, like, hang on a minute, like, this is a 15-year-old boy in Louisiana and 16-year-old girl in Louisiana, Cloak and Dagger. That's they were mentioned in the movie. Yeah, Doctor Strange, and there was a couple other ones they mentioned, and this is before Doctor Strange came out. Those are ones that are going to be targeted as threats, and Nick Fury knew about this, and he's like, yeah, sure, let's go ahead with this idea. It sounds brilliant. Let's launch this satellite. Let's get these things up in the air and blow some people up. It's just not in Nick Fury's character. He's a spy. He's in a subterfuge and espionage. He's not into mass murder for the quote-unquote good of the planet. It did not seem
Nick Fury of him.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Well, I'm a little and I'm not really knowledgeable on the comics department on Marvel, but I'm a little confused because in the comics, Nick Fury's, white.
He's white and black, and he gets a new body. That's actually explained in the comics, and I have no issue with the whole race swapping thing for him.
I don't either. I'm just trying to.
I usually don't. The issue that I have with race swapping is that that's the focus of the character now. It happened in The Dark Tower. It happened in what's that awful M. Night Shyamalan one? Avatar. They made the kid white, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And it was a bad movie, and so was Dark Tower.
Last Airbender.
I don't know who told me this, but someone told me that the white version Nick Fury and the one we have now, that's his son. Somebody told
No,
me
it's the
that.
same guy. It's the same
It's the
guy.
same guy. Okay.
He had something. It's not the super soldier serum. It's a different kind of serum, and it makes Nick Fury live a very long time. Another thing that Nick Fury has in the comics that he's had since I think the 70s is when he started popping up. Also interesting to note, I don't know if anyone knows, first appearance of Nick Fury, there is no dialogue. He sneaks into a government facility and takes a bunch of people out and changes some kind of reactor thing and then sneaks out again. No dialogue whatsoever. Great comic.
And basically, in short, he started out as silent but deadly.
Yes, he
All
is
right.
the ultimate.
Like a fart.
I don't have a problem with the waist drop with Nick Fury. I'm just trying to connect the two. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah,
the
I
same
hear
guy.
what you mean.
He had his brain transplanted into a different body. The other
Oh,
thing
okay.
that he
I didn't know that.
has, which is part of Shield and part of his initiatives, the Nick Fury initiative, is to have life model decoys, and these are fucking robots that look and behave like Nick Fury, and sometimes he controls one, and sometimes he doesn't, and they're all over the place, and they're all integrated into whatever the Avengers are doing or whatever Shield's doing. It's weird, and it's a lot of, like I said, espionage and spy work. He's
You
never been like this ultimate soldier like Captain America or anything.
No, Nick Fury is the ultimate spy.
Yes, he is. And so is Black Widow. Black Widow's a great spy character.
Yeah.
And they made her in her movie. Again, this is another one you don't need to watch because it is a prequel to the MCU and has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on the storyline that continues with the 22 original movies. You don't
Basically
need to watch
filler.
Well, it's not filler. It was Disney's like, oh, we need more girls to be the action star, which I'm fine with. We went over this when we watched The Winter Soldier. She was a phenomenal action star, but now it's like, oh, she can get hit by two cars, a la Meet Joe Black at the end of that movie when
she's
Brad
not
Pitt walks across the
superhuman.
street and gets smashed by two taxis and get up and she's fine. Like,
Yeah,
no,
she's
not a super soldier. We've
No.
established that she's not.
And
Yeah.
like you told,
But she falls off a building and she's fine.
and like you told me, she rarely shows emotion to the point she's cold.
Yes, yeah, that's one of the things we did not see up until that point. And Nick Fury, what happens to Nick Fury? She really gets hit hard, and do we see her cry? Does a tear come out? But
Yeah, one tear just fell down her face.
well, that's like Nick Fury was in the storyline of the MCU, kind of saved her from what she was doing with the Red Room kind of stuff. And the Black Widow solo film just retcons all of that garbage. It's just retcons all of the good stuff with their garbage.
And based on what I just heard, the movie basically made her into Godzilla, where she's indestructible.
Phil Blair, you are wrong. Yul Brynner is not a white guy. Go ahead and look that up, bro. He's not a white. He is not a white guy.
He was Mongolian.
He's like a quarter and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter. He is not considered white.
No.
Oh,
not
I
at
know
all.
Mongolians.
Mongolian messing up my shitty walk.
Don't eat Mongolian ground beef.
Mongolian
It
beef.
tastes like shit.
Yeah, I'm not really. Again, I'm not really that knowledgeable on the Marvel and the
I
DC
am.
comics because, well, there's decades upon decades of these comics. Like, where do you begin?
No kidding.
Anywhere. Literally
Sorry.
anywhere is a good place to start, except when DC and Marvel started going woke, which I think was like 2012. Marvel started doing that shit. And well, here's the thing. So back in the 30s, Superman came around, and then they had Batman. I think it was 1932 was Action Comics #1 with Superman. He was lifting up the car and everything like that. I have a book called Cape capes, cowls, and comic book culture. And if anyone's interested in a lot of lore about comic books, that's a great book to buy. Comes with a DVD, narrated by Liev Schreiber, who's fucking amazing. He is the voice of HBO Sports. And they tried decade after decade after decade to get different kinds of demographics into comics, and they failed over and over and over again. Tried to make Catholic based comics, failed. Tried to make Jewish based comics, failed. Tried to make like specifically targeted towards girls, failed. Wonder Woman was like a flash in the pan kind of thing, failed originally, came back again, part of the Justice League, one of the most popular female characters in comics, and got her own spin-off series much later. But they've been trying this. It's nothing new, where they say like, oh, now we have a gay character, or now we have a black character. We finally have a Muslim character. No, they've been around for decades. They just don't sell. So you're trying to. They're not you. They are trying to target a company because they're trying to make money, and it doesn't. The demographics that they're talking about don't sell. And now we're in a world where if someone doesn't like the comic, they're a bad guy. And I think it's a very terrible situation. That's extremely communist. Like, if you don't like this, well, we're going to label you a bad person, and we're going to attack you in the media, and we're going to attack you in public.
No, like, don't. If I'm not, I might be wrong on this, but did the creators of the Superman, were they like cheated with the rights with Superman though?
No, that's Batman. That was Bill Finger and was that Jack Kirby? No, I think it was Jack Kirby. It was Bill Finger and someone else got cheated out of the rights of Batman. The guys that produced Superman, he was initially called the Ubermensch. It was before World War II, and he was bald and he had a big high collar, and he could control people's minds. Like, that was the initial start of Superman. Ubermensch means Superman in German.
I am the Ubermensch.
Yes, exactly. It's a little different. He didn't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger because it's in print. You can't read it. You can't hear his voice.
Yeah,
that was
I was quoting Zemetic.
I'm sorry, Alistar.
Oh, you're fine. I just overheard you say Ubermensch, and I had to quote Team Fortress 2 on that part.
Yeah, that was the first.
Okay. So there were copyright lawsuits by the Superman creators.
Yes, all throughout comic book history, there's been a whole ton of lawsuits. We lost DL.
Oh, okay. He might come back. Hey, Daniel.
Before Superman Action Comic number 1, they had things like they were called pulp comics, is what they were called, and they had, I think, Doc Savage, but he might not have been around at that point. Prince Valiant was around. The Shadow, I don't know if you know what the Shadow is. I think the Phantom might have been around too.
I think Phantom was.
But they weren't. Superman really hit it off. Like, that was a huge thing. This is an alien from another planet comes to save Earth from itself, kind of thing, and fights for truth, justice, in the American way. And nowadays, I think it was last year, they said we're going to change it from truth, justice, and the American way to truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. And I'm like, well, that sounds communist as fuck. How about we support American ideologies? Well, no, we're going to do that.
Can't do that, man.
Yeah, DC is woke as shit. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Half of their main roster is now gay or trans or some shit.
Hey, Boosh, I got a question for you. Would you consider IDW an independent-minded comic company, or would you consider them to be more of the woke crowd?
I don't know. What's IDW?
It's a comic company that produces various comics for various different franchises, and they're best known for comics for Transformers and Godzilla.
But they lost Godzilla. No, they lost G.I. Joe, didn't they? And Transformers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, is it because they went
what
woke?
is this?
Because I used to read Transformers.
Ragnarok? Oh, who's it by?
Walter Simonson, the guy that did the original Thor.
The
Ooh.
original 4.
I've heard of Simon. I've heard of Simonson.
Walter
Yeah,
Simon.
well, not the original, but he did it from like 84 to like 90.
Thor isn't as old as people think he is.
No, but this
Very
is
cool.
a really good.
So
book.
it's like 1960 something is when Thor first shows up. I think I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. No, I don't really know IDW stuff that well. I'm more into the big two, of course. I got into Image for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon. Awesome.
Dragon.
Image turned me off quite a bit because I was getting comics from them, and their prices were higher than DC and Marvel, and that was like a huge shock. Like, how do you support? And it was it's a collector's comic, so you don't actually take it out of the cellophane and read it.
Anyway, that's this. If you're looking for a good comic to read, there's 3 volumes of their little omnibuses, and they're like each $18 or $22. 6 issues in each. They're great.
I have to say the art of that comic book.
Yeah, I do like
amazing.
the artwork. That's a good point, Raquel. I like the art.
Yeah. And I'm guessing Ragnarok is based on the actual Norse mythology event.
Yeah, it follows a different timeline than the Marvel Ragnarok.
Oh yes, Philip.
Marvel stuff.
Is that SNL? Is that Saturday Night Live that did that?
That's Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I thought the Ambulance Gay duo was great. They were hilarious. Can't do that these days though.
Nah.
Stephen Colbert rode the coattails of so many other people. And I heard someone in late night, I can't remember who it was mentioning the older late night guys like Letterman and Leno, of course, Carson, and even more modern ones like Craig Ferguson. And they would have people on their show that were part of their show. Jon Stewart, for example, had Colbert on, and they built empires. Like Jon Stewart got his own show. Jimmy Kimmel was on The Man Show, and he was just a co-host. Now he's got his own show. How many of those spin-off shows from these people that were created? Jon Stewart created Stephen Colbert. Like he had nothing really before that except for some voice acting stuff. He didn't have his own show. He didn't have his own, empire. Jon Stewart created Stephen Colbert's empire, right? Same thing with oh God, who's the like Letterman and Carson had comedians on their shows, and that helped build their career. Who can we say about that from Jimmy Fallon? Like, what is he? Whose career has he built since he's been there? Leno did the same thing. Like, Craig Ferguson had so many different people on there that were unknowns and built their career, helped their careers, not built them, but helped their careers. Jon Stewart did it with several people. Chris Rock did it with Rob Riggle, got his name out there. And these days, these late night hosts, like who was Jimmy Kimmel created? Who was he helped build into their own thing? It doesn't exist anymore.
I'm not really particular of a fan of Saturday Night Live. I just didn't really find it humorous to me.
I used to be. I think the big one I saw that really, I guess, turned the corner for me on whether or not it was funny. Will Ferrell, I think, was still there, and Sherry O'Terry was still there. They were doing the cheerleader thing. They had an episode with Alec Baldwin, and they were making fun of the Wii. They were making fun of Wii Sports. And they were like, oh, you play tennis like this, and then there's this other game where you're skiing. And you're like, Sherry O'Terry is the mother, and Alec Baldwin. I don't remember the exact skit, but it's something like this. and Cheria Terry's in the middle, and she's the mother, and Alec Baldwin's the father, and he's over here, and whoever the other guest host is on the left side, and she looks like she's jacking them off with the Wii remotes. And it was kind of funny, but I heard a laugh track, and it was a family get together. I don't remember if it was Easter or Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't remember what it was, and they started doing that, and I listened, and I went, hang on, that's the same laugh. And I said, hey, rewind that real quick. Whoa. And, my aunt and my mother are going, no, let's just watch the show. And I'm like, no, shut up. Listen to this. And they were using a laugh track for their bit. Like I said, it was kind of funny, but it kept going on and on and on. And it was the same bit for like 4 minutes. Like, ha, ha, ha. They're using the Wii remotes to pretend to jack people off. And
Hey, MJ.
I was like, there's a laugh track. Hey, Mega Jetty, how's it going, brother?
I was gonna call him MJ for now because.
Oh, he's my buddy. He's my friend on PlayStation Network too.
Oh yeah, like, are you playing Star Trek right now, MJ? Now, back to like the comics, like
Okay, yeah, sure.
Batman. I always thought Bob Kane was the creator of Batman, but now
Yes, there was
but
Bob
that's
Kane
not
and
the
Bill
case.
Finger. Batman.
That wasn't the case.
That's
It's
Batman.
it was two, Bob Kane and Bill Finger, and I guess in my point of view, I guess Bill Finger wasn't really credited with creating Batman, which is a shame.
Correct. He was left out of a lot of stuff that came out in the 80s. Specifically, the big one would be the 1989 Batman. I don't think his name is in the credits at all.
That's too bad.
Well, yeah, it's not everyone out there is a nice person,
No. Hello, Jedi Bill. How are you?
Hey, Bill, how's it going, brother? I can't wait for Saturday.
Billy.
Doing
Raquel, were you
good.
there?
Bob.
Last Saturday, I sang some. I thought I did pretty well.
I mean, last Saturday, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, we had a great time. We told everyone to bugger off. That was a very fun stream. I really enjoyed it, Bill. Thanks for having me.
Doing good. Glad I unlocked the Infinite Rocket Launcher in RE Elevations 2. Now I'm grinding for battle points to purchase it. Okay.
Oh yeah, he was playing Resident Evil. Yeah.
And Dandy Boy's here.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi, what's up?
Talking about comics.
Danny boy.
Bill
Oh,
Finger.
Danny boy.
That's right, with Bob Kane. That was
Bill-
the name I was looking for.
From
Bill
Glen to
Finger.
Glen and down the mountainside.
Bill Finger
The
made
summer's gone and all the roses dying. It's you must go and I must bide. That's one of my family songs that we play at funerals. There's a great version of it's called Three Irish Lasses. And, oh God, it's so good. And it makes me cry, so we're not gonna play that now. I'm already starting to get kind of weepy thinking about it. But
And
my family's Irish, so we play that at our funerals.
Okay. Bill Finger made most of what Batman was. Bob Kane just marketed it and got most of the royalties.
Not just the royalties, he got his name on everything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Bill Finger was kind of pushed to the side there. So I think they went back and they changed it for DVD releases of the continuation of the Batman series from '89, that he would have his name on any sales of the DVDs and whatnot. Well, they're all dead anyway. Hey, what's up, nobody? Why is he saying LOL?
I guess when you were singing.
Oh, am I singing bad? I'm sorry.
No,
It's fine.
It sound good. Hey, Dave, how are you?
And speaking of singing, the other day I was seeing a bit of some songs on Raquel's morning stream.
Oh, yeah. I was singing some of your. I did one singing theme song of one of your comments about
I want to hear Raquel sing right now.
I think it was Godzilla or something like that.
Nah, it was the YMCA Mothman song
Oh,
and the
yeah,
Angry Video Game
yeah.
Nerd theme song.
Yeah. It was that.
Yeah.
Glad DC in recent years they did Bill Finger justice.
They did.
Agreed.
They did. Again, I don't think he got anything out of it, but his estate or his family members started getting recognition and residuals, which I think is good because he was the one that came up with the initial drawing. If you know Pete from Creepy Little Book, the picture that he has as his avatar is one of the first drawings of the Batman. It wasn't Batman. Now it's Batman. It used to be the Batman.
Well, Pete, when I think it was like 2 years ago. Now, the avatar that he used to use was it was the avatar of Craven the Hunter.
I know Craven. Yeah.
I don't know which comic cover
Spider-Man.
Was that from, but yeah, he used Craven the Hunter, and then he the one he uses right now is
the Batman.
No, not the Batman.
Oh, that's the last one I saw Creepy Little Book use.
Springfield Jack.
That's me.
Springfield Jack. That's his avatar. He usually uses.
Oh,
Spring Heel Jack. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the psycho from London that attacks people at night and breathes fire and tries to claw at them, at his victims.
That sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, Mora. Sorry, I'll be there in a bit. Okay.
Hey, Mora. Oh, that was gross.
Mario
I'm sorry, that was
Radio.
Say that again.
Moira.
Why don't I have Jesus? I have not had my bell rung for Raquel's channel. I don't know what the hell it went on.
You have to be careful because I don't know
we
why.
could bring Jedi Bill on here and Moira, and we could do some karaoke. I feel like singing tonight. Anyone else feel like singing?
Me, I want to try to sing some of my songs that I showed.
I don't. I really don't feel comfortable.
Raquel said no.
Oh, bummer.
I wouldn't mind, but I can't really show clips on here.
Oh no, I could have a different window open and just sing it.
And I already know some of my songs by my heart and mind.
There you go. Also, what I could do is I could play the audio through my phone and sing along. So you won't have any visuals on your thing. What is it? Why don't you want any like clips being shown on your channel?
Because you can copyright strikes and stuff like that.
You're scared of Mama Susan.
I hope Mama
don't
Susan.
want to. I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. That's all.
Okay.
Hey, Rupa.
Heck.
Gotta go to bed soon. Sorry, I keep missing your streams. It's okay. I've been lurking a little bit on your channel, playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is
heck, if we're oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was about to say, heck, if we were live streaming on BitChute, then maybe showing some clips and other stuff would be a problem.
You can live stream on BitChute.
No, not right now. They're still working on it.
You can do it on Rumble. You can live stream on Rumble.
You could do a Rumble on
Here's
Odyssey.
Here's some ASMR real quick from Kirkland sparkling water, 0 calorie, orange mango flavored.
Yay for lurking.
I like Deer Spring a little bit better.
Kirkland was cheaper.
I know. But Deer Spring, it's for those like me that are morbidly fucking obese.
I'm pretty fat. I'm weighing, I think, 250 now. What's morbidly obese these days?
The Deer Spring came out because of
Russian muscle.
It's the Ripa spring water.
I swear, I just actually, it's weird you say that. We got Ozarka spring water where I'm working, and my boss over ordered. So I had to throw about 24 packs, whatever the math is on that. So like 400 fucking over 450 bottles.
And just to also mention a little funny little tidbit about me is that
576. I'm sorry.
I have I have a good high metabolism, so I hardly put on any weight. Put on any weight.
How old are you?
That'll change, young man.
19.
Yeah. Oh no. You're in for a treat.
Once
Once you start hitting around 30, shit's gonna change real fast.
Oh. I guess that makes sense since my dad's been drinking some pop and he's been gaining some weight too, and he's 40 now.
You gotta be careful with,
I'm
with those
40.
calories.
How old are you, Bruce?
I'll be 48 next year.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's gonna change real fast. You're still on the back end of puberty.
Yeah, when you're young, it's easy to be hot, dude. So just enjoy the ride while it lasts. If you work out a lot and you're like, man, I can't get any ladies to go out with me, date 35 to 40 when you're in your early 20s, and you'll be laying and slaying.
That's so fucking crazy that he's saying that. So when I was 23, I was dating a 35-year-old divorcee. Good times, very good times.
Yeah,
in my mid 20s to 30, I was a little rather promiscuous.
A little.
And yeah. So I mean, I was good looking. It was easy, and I had game.
When you're young, it's you can do it in your sleep.
Well, it's also I had a certain level of experience. So when I was 20, I moved to DC, and I was living in a city. And if you wanted to be able to hold a conversation with anyone around the DC metro area, you had to know something about politics. Newspaper was right downstairs from where I lived. I'd get a newspaper, I'd start reading it. That's the best way to get laid, is to be able to hold a conversation with the woman. If she's interested in movies, you've got to watch some movies. If she's interested in TV shows, you got to know what TV shows. Politics in DC was what was the linchpin for everything. So if you want to talk about sports, you got to know about the politics of sports. If you want to talk about TV shows, you got to know about the politics behind the TV shows. Get into talking about the directors and producers and the actors, what their political beliefs are. And it does not take a lot of work. It just takes research.
Hey, pop culture.
The best. Hey, what's up, pop culture?
What's up, PTC?
That's the best advice I can give to any man. The caveat to that would be, are you just looking to get laid? Which, was what I was doing, and I don't recommend that whatsoever. Condoms start getting expensive.
Still cheaper than child support.
Find someone. Exactly. Thank you. Find someone that you're interested in because of who they are. So if you become something like a Renaissance man, where you don't know everything about one topic, but you know a little bit about lots of topics, you'll be able to find someone that has similar interests to you and be able to have a much better relationship rather than just a bunch of one-night stands. I had a bunch of one-night stands. It's during, it was great. Afterwards, I'm looking back on, I wasted years of my life doing that. And I would not suggest anyone else do that. Find someone you want to spend a lot of time with rather than spend a lot of time trying to get with someone you're going to spend a little bit of time with. You understand?
Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
I mean, heck, I had a
Hey,
girl.
Lord,
Oh,
hey,
sorry.
Lord Aster.
That was really fucking profound. I'm going to write that down. That was great. I can't believe I just came up with that.
But yeah,
If you're talking about the woke people and Whoopa, yeah, I can understand that. I do not. No offense. I don't want to date a wimpy guy.
Nope, you want to date a Chad.
A
Want to
stud
date a
muffin.
babe that can pick you
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I don't like. You know, it's just a turn off for me if a guy just whines and moans too much.
and heck, I also know one thing that after experiencing, having a girlfriend for a while, is that, well, the one thing I would like for if I ever get another girlfriend is that hopefully she doesn't start, getting all needy and just use me for my money, or keep constantly,
You don't
getting
want
her
you
gifts.
don't want a gold digger. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Here's my piece of advice for you, Alastor.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the parent meet early, and if you can tolerate being around her father, then it's probably going to end up better than not so better.
Hey, Maria.
Uh-huh. Alrighty.
Hey, Moira. Okay, so there it is, right there in the chat. That's going to be my quote right there. I thought that was pretty good.
What quote? Where?
I just posted it in the.
Oh, okay. Spend a little time looking for someone you want to spend a lot of time with, rather than spending a lot of time looking for someone you want a little time with. Yeah, that does make sense.
Hey, Moira, looking good, baby.
Moira.
Oh,
Moira!
oh my God, the jigger.
Are you okay?
So, how did you like Winter Soldier?
Oh, I've seen it before.
Oh, you saw it before. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you and Raquel were newbies.
Oh, no, I've seen it before. I just didn't want to ruin it for everybody and make y'all not pick it. They're like, oh, she's already seen it, so we should see something else, and I might end up with something terrible.
No, I thought
I
that
like
was
the show
that
thing.
was a good pick because she hadn't seen it before, and it leads right into the movie. Hopefully, we can watch tonight, which is Civil War that I have.
I'm not sure about tonight, but we
Not
can
tonight?
we can either do it later on today or sometime this weekend.
What's later today? I have to go to work at 3:30 tomorrow, which is good. So I'm having
When I mean later today, I mean the next night.
so Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay, we can watch it Friday night.
Hi.
What was
And-
that? Who snorted? That's gross. Mute your mic like I do. Ugh.
What? What happened?
Someone just
Someone
snorted,
snorted.
real loud at their
Oh, yeah.
nostril. This is right in my ear.
Oh, biscuits.
I'm sorry to hear that, Whoopa.
Yeah,
Biscuits.
that sucks.
Have you
sorry.
seen-
Yeah.
What was the movie? It's Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn. I just watched it on Netflix not that long ago. That's the guy's curse word. Like, they don't call guys stupid or assholes, or they don't use curse words because they're cops and it's modern day police officers, so they can't use that terminology. So they call the perpetrators imbeciles. They're like, there's a lot of fucking imbeciles out there, but they still say fucking. Oh, I have to look it up because it's a good movie and I recommend it to everyone. It's
I'm not used to playing with my hair. I'm sorry.
You look great.
They're a
You
little
do look
painful, but
and she calls herself fat, which I just don't understand at all.
I
She's a
am.
beanpole.
It's just that thankfully I get fat proportionately.
She got some tickle bitties, baby.
Well, I used to tell myself if I can look down and see my feet, I'm okay. So my boobs are like, hold my beer. And I'm like, fuck.
It's Dragged Across Concrete, and it's
What?
on Netflix. And
Oh, that
it's
sounds
great.
rough.
That doesn't sound flattering at all.
Dragged
It's-
across concrete. Yarg.
It's not okay. The title does not really work into what happens in the movie.
Well, it sounds like a rough time.
It is a little gory. There's some
Oh.
scenes in it that are.
Ooh, then I'm out.
Me too. I'm not for gore. I'm sorry.
All right, for the men in the room, it's worth a watch. There's some issues with the pacing, but it's very good. Very good. Great fun.
Have
great
you seen the
crime
movie?
cop film.
Have you seen that film called Boss Level?
Mm-mm.
I think I did, but I can't. I know it's only.
It's got Frank Grillo in it, and Mel Gibson plays the main antagonist. But
is that where he dies over and over?
Groundhog Day for video gamers? It's fucking great. He keeps dying, and so he has to learn how to get better and figure out why the fuck does he keep dying and coming back.
Oh, I did see that.
It's Russian Doll. It's Russian Doll, but for video game action fans.
Right.
Yes.
Have you seen Russian Doll?
That was weird.
Natasha
Leon.
Natasha Leon.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm like, wow.
That's a fun. I liked it. That was a fun one.
I'm so used to her having blonde hair. It really.
I only saw the first season. Well, she was a redhead in Orange Is the New Black, wasn't she?
I didn't watch that though. I know she was blonde there too.
You might be right.
I saw the previews. I didn't watch it. I remember
it was good up
you should watch
until
Orange Is the New Black. I'm like,
I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good movie until they got to the end of the novelization, and then it went like I don't think the writers had any idea what direction they wanted to go with it, and just stagnated, and nothing was happening.
Lots of hugs, Oopa.
Good night, Whoopa. Thanks for coming.
Good night, Whoopa.
Have a good sleep.
Dang.
Eldred said it sounds kinky. Dragged across
He would
concrete.
say that, though.
Sounds kinky.
He's an odd one.
Sounds terrible. But it actually, no one gets dragged across concrete in the movie. The title really doesn't work well. So Mel Gibson is this old grizzled police officer, veteran police officer. He never wanted to go beyond his rank as detective. And Don Johnson shows up. He's the chief of police or captain or whatever the detective agency or detective department is. And there's great dialogue in it. Again, the pacing is a little off, but the whole movie itself is pretty good, and I'd recommend it. If you need something that's not like woke, there is some wokeness to it, but it plays well.
Yeah, not as super focused on.
Correct. It's not like, okay, here's this female character, and we just got to focus on the fact that she's female, or here's this Hispanic character, and we got to focus on the fact that he's Hispanic. It's just part of it, and it's a very diverse cast, but it's not like crazy with it. And the ending definitely feels a little woke, but it's okay. And if you pay attention to the movie, it's fine, and it works, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of like same with me with the Batman, where Catwoman just calls every rich people all white. Think all white folk are mostly rich people, but that's just only a minor thing and not hardly ain't even focused.
Right. It doesn't like ruin the whole movie. It just like ruins her entire character because she's a stupid bitch and she's a racist. Yeah. Dragged across concrete is not like that.
Dang.
Well, no, that's what it is, Moira. Like it's like you have to ruin her entire character because of the message, as the drinker says. And I'm so sick of the fucking message. It's like, we got that back
rich people in general.
We've got that in every single movie since like 1972. Not every movie, but it just keeps repeating itself over and over again. Look at how evil all of the white people are. Like, okay, yeah, I've got it. You know what? Shut your fucking mouth. I've never done anything like that. My family was slaves. My family came here in 1910 to escape that bullshit. I don't need to have
Yeah.
it thrown in my face that every single member of my family is evil because something that happened to this other person. No, fuck that. I'm sick of hearing it. I don't need to hear it anymore. Do better, Senator. Go fuck yourself, Falcon. That's what he should have said. That's what the senator should have said to Falcon. Is just go fuck yourself. Like, who the fuck are you? You're wearing someone else's costume, you dick. Where's that shield, bro? You ain't Captain America. You're Captain Black America.
I mean, heck, if they think that.
Moira's
Sorry.
mouth drop open that bad. Y'all saw that, right? She was like, I can't believe what Bush is saying.
And to also mention something as well, especially relating to one of Broden's previous streams, he advice on his channel a little bit. He mentioned that some of these great people think that America is the only country that's racist, yet all the other countries have some racism.
America's not racist. America's not racist. Sorry, the media. The media is racist, but America as a whole is not racist. No,
I know. That's why that's what I was trying to mean. I was meaning like when he was seeing the trailer in the show, the other people that the guy was working in called him a gaijin, which means foreigner in the Japanese.
Yes, gaijin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gaijin.
this whole idea is like, God, there's 60% of this country is white people. It's a little bit less than that, but no, that's not a bad thing. And yes, there are racists out there that are white, and there are racists out there that are Hispanic, and there are racists out there that are Asian, and there are racists out there that are black.
Exactly.
But I don't take groups to mean this is the way a person is. I take individuals as they come. I got asked by one of my bosses. She's half black, half Hispanic, and she's like, "How do you there's a lot of black kids that work here at this restaurant. How do you feel about black people?" And I said, "Which ones?" And she went, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I haven't met them all yet. So, which black people are you talking about?" She went, "Oh, I don't know." And I went, "Yeah, exactly." Like, that's a stupid fucking question. I'm sure Idi Amin was a real peach when he was 13, but he turned out to be a mass murderer. I haven't met him, but he's a piece of shit. Adversely, Pol Pot, he's Asian, not a nice guy. But I've met plenty of others that look like them that aren't bad people. It's like,
yeah.
What do you feel about this entire swath of the Catholic race? Those 300 priests, I think they should be buried underneath the prison. I think, don't spend the Catholic money to send them to another district where they can continue the same behavior. Shoot them in the fucking head. But don't call my uncle, who was in the priesthood, one of those words, because he wasn't like that. I take people as they are, not as the group decides that they are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they'll go throwing around words that you don't even know jack about,
Yeah, they use a lot of terms they don't know what they mean.
Right.
What was this guy? It's Max Boot. Hang on, I can actually pull up exactly what he said because I think it's hilarious.
Okay, so you watched Outer Range on Prime Video.
Outer Range. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
New movie or series that just came out, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he played Thanos and Cable in the two MCU films that came out recently. Daredevil 2 and Infinity War.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
There we go.
But wait, I don't think that... Oh, sorry.
This guy with a blue check mark on Twitter, Max Boot, says, "I am afraid by the impact of society and politics if Elon Musk acquires Twitter. He seems to believe that on social media, anything goes. This is where it gets really interesting." He says, "For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. Content moderation means censorship. Our democracy is founded on free speech. free speech is not content moderation. So this guy's entire perspective is completely blown out of the fucking water because he's a moron. He wants that's not democracy. Saying this entire portion of society is not allowed to talk is not democratic whatsoever.
Yeah.
But this is the way people on Twitter believe. That's how they think.
And the funny part about that is that both sides think that this or that's happening to Twitter, even though in actuality it's just some rich guy just only using it as both his playground and his own toilet paper to wipe his bum off.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is it's completely undemocratic. It's unconstitutional, and Twitter only makes up 10% of the nation, even though even though they're promoted to being like the voice of the people, and they're not. Because every single public official has a Twitter account. Every single one of them has a Twitter account. Every single person in the media has a Twitter account. And I got something to say to them. You're not the public. You are not the people
Actually,
of America.
I don't think Ron Paul has a Twitter.
Every single,
I don't think Ron Paul has a Twitter.
I'm pretty sure he does. They all do.
Yeah.
They all, it's like they have to. They have publicists, and their publicists are going, you got to get out there on Twitter. Joe Biden has a Twitter account. Joe Biden can't spell the word president, for Christ's sake.
Right.
Here, Raquel, guys, I want to get out of here, but you all have a great night. I gotta get
thanks
some
for
rest.
coming,
I'm
Bruce.
sorry going to the Twitter stuff. Bruce was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. But I gotta sleep, dude. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a
Well,
good
thanks
night,
for joining
Bruce.
us, brother.
Good night. Thank you.
So this outer range.
Outer range. That's what it's called. I have to look it up. Give us a synopsis.
Okay. It says the Abbotts are coping with the disappearance of their daughter-in-law when the neighboring Tillersons make a play for their ranch land. Tension comes to a head when a mysterious black void arrives in the Abbotts' pasture. Ooh, really mysterious.
So it's like sci-fi western.
Oh, I've seen this trailer. I've seen this trailer before. It's like a western. I don't know, mysterious.
It's a mystery thriller. Thriller. It says.
It might be going to the alien realm or something like that.
But, well, what it says there's like a mysterious black void arrives. That sounds pretty sci-fi to me.
Mm-hmm. I have to check the trailer out again.
I'll just check it out. I've got Prime. Well, I don't have Prime. My mom has Prime, and I have access to it.
And to mention another funny thing, during me and a buddy of mine's sleepover we were having here at my house, I mentioned how I haven't even check on much on what goes on with the current day movie and show industry. It was like, yeah, pretty much because, well, most of the stuff they put out aren't really interesting or not as great as they used to be anymore, which caught me by surprise, since it made me find out even he's tired with some stuff in the entertainment industry, and this is based on a little talk about an upcoming TV anime soft reboot of Ruby.
Oh,
I believe.
That's from Rooster Teeth, right?
Yeah, Rooster Teeth. Yeah.
I saw a few of those when they were free. I thought it was great.
So they're doing a soft reboot of it.
Yeah, and most people seem to be generally interested, since usually Ruby
they're all girls. Like
not. I mean, not. There's some guys in it. It's not all girls, but
no.
I wish.
The RWBY. The heroes are all girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guys are more like side
characters. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was. I thought it was fun. I only saw a few of them. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but after Monty died and past volume 3, things went downhill.
Monty is the creator originally was the creator of Ruby. before he sadly passed away.
I
Yeah.
don't know who Monty is.
He's
I know
the
I know Bernie Burns. Gavin Freeze on there. Ray Navarez Jr. used to be part of Rooster Teeth, or Achievement Hunter rather. What's his name? Ryan Haywood or Joel Haywood is his original name. He got caught doing some naughty stuff with some girls.
Yeah, he did. Most
And,
of some of those people have cut the ties with Rooster Teeth. Some of them, not all. Of them.
Yes. Well, they started doing video game news, and that was fine, and it was okay for a little while. And then Barbara Dunkelman, I think her name is, started putting politics into their video game reviews, and that's when I checked out. One of the ones she said was about GTA 5 coming out with a new update. This is several years ago too. There was like, it's been attacked by these ultra conservative people, and I went, whoa. First off, name them. Second off, she's fucking wrong, because I watched Hillary Clinton and Lieberman go after GTA 5 relentlessly, trying to get it banned just like Australia did. Those are not ultra conservatives. And I mentioned that in the comments, and I got attacked. And I went, you're all fucking brainwashed. You're fucking nuts, because that is a total lie. I have not seen any conservatives short of John Boehner mentioning that GTA 5 had some stuff that shouldn't be shown to children. That was the only caveat that I ever saw about GTA 5, was that it shouldn't be exposed to children. And it's not supposed to be. It's rated MA. And I was just like, what are they talking about? And that's when I checked out on their video gaming news. And guess what? It's gone now. So I just don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there's some of those
Sorry
people,
to yell and get angry and stuff. But
some of those people like Bernie Burns and some other dudes kind of cut ties with Rooster Teeth.
The old founder's gone.
Well, I'd never really liked Jeff Ramsey. He was just, if you have to say fuck 3 times in one sentence, I don't think you have the intelligence, or you don't need to be on a live stream or being involved in video games whatsoever. I still like what's his name, Jones, Michael Jones. I like Michael Jones. I never liked Lindsay. I thought she was just, I don't think she knew anything, and she still doesn't. Jeremy, what's his name? Jeremy
Irons or something like that?
No. That's an actor. But Jeremy joined the team after Ray left, and I thought he was a good addition.
Oh, that Jeremy, the one
Yes.
he used to dye his hair.
Yeah, and then he went bald.
Yeah.
which speculation was there might have been a connection. He'd dye his hair different colors like every week. And who's the other one? The one that sounded like Ryan. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, I used to watch Rooster Teeth when
he had the beard and he had the glasses.
Yeah, I used to watch Rooster Teeth's podcasts on YouTube, and I used to watch,
I used to watch.
I used to watch Achievement Hunter on their channel as well.
That was what I used to watch, because it was great fun. Like, they would do a GTA 5 once a week, and it was a lot of fun watching them play around, because I had GTA 5. And they would play Minecraft, and they'd do a bunch of really random stuff in Minecraft, and I played Minecraft, so I thought that was a lot of fun. And then they just kind of stopped being funny and stopped being creative, and I don't know exactly what happened. But they got rid of Jeff Ramsey. I'm like, well, they just dropped their curse word amount.
Ever since that situation with Vic Mignogna with Funimation and Rooster Teeth, I just...
Oh, yeah.
I just tuned out, really. I was done at that point.
And not to mention, the only series I seen from Rooster Teeth was Red versus Blue, mainly because it was Halo, and I like Halo.
That's what built the channel, really.
Yeah, exactly. And they're the ones who also one of the early people who popularized Halo machinimas as well.
Yes.
And I can still remember some of the classic quotes by my brain as well, and my heart too.
Well, Jeff Ramsey was Griff. And his whole thing in Red versus Blue is he got kicked in the balls or shot in the balls all the time.
And almost died.
Yeah. And it was fun for a little while. I like Red versus Blue back in the day, but
Yeah.
I really could not stand Jeff Ramsey. And people love him. Like even when he got sober and things like that, I'm like, I never saw the allure. Some people really like him. I'm like, that's fine, but like someone who just screams curse words all the time, I could do that. Hell, anyone on this panel could do that.
I don't know about you, but hearing Michael Jones flip out when he's playing a game is somewhat entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael Jones and Gavin Free playing a co-op game. Some of the best ones I ever saw was God, I can't remember his goddamn name now. He's one of the originals that started the channel with Jeff. Oh, for Christ's sake. He was like one of the OGs. Anyway, they were playing Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, they were playing Rainbow Six, and Ray Navarez Jr. is like a phenomenal first-person shooter player. Like,
What did he left Rooster Teeth after?
Oh
some
yeah,
time?
years ago. He just got sick of the repetition. He wanted to play other games, and they didn't want to play other games. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna start my own Twitch channel." And now he's making like $10,000 a week doing that.
Wow.
Shit. Oh, he's got a wife now too. I don't know if they have a kid on the way, and he's opened up another channel on YouTube with him and his wife playing video games. So yeah, he's doing great, and he doesn't have that weird corporate structure where everyone's like, "You have to play this game."
Apparently, he's a Brony fan.
Brownie.
Yes, I think he is. Fluttershy Sucks is one of his names.
Fluttershy sucks.
Yes, that's correct. So it was Rainbow Six, and it was Ray, who's just amazing at first-person shooters, and Gavin, and the other guy whose name I can't remember, and Michael Jones. And Gavin just keeps fucking something up. Like, he'll run out and throw a grenade, and the grenade will bounce off the wall next to him because he's not fully out to where he could throw the grenade. And he'll be like, "Frag out," and it bounces off and lands next to Ray. And he's like, "Jesus fucking Christ, I fucking hate you, you piece of shit. That's the third time this game. Just go away. Get away from me. Don't duck and cover next to me."
Now that's
Yes,
a bona fide caboose moment.
I love the.
It's so good. So good.
I love the antics with the group, but unfortunately, they don't really do that
they got
anymore.
rid of the antics. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Like for instance, Michael Jones puts
fucking,
for instance, Michael
Gavin
Jones
would run up the stairs
puts
with a shotgun, and he would just start blasting his shotgun, and the bad guys would show up, and he would turn around and run and make this awful Gavin Free scream. And they had the skins, so like you take a picture of your face and you put it on your character, and Gavin's face just looked horrendous because it was all like snarled up in this weird smile, and his eyebrows were weird. So Ray's just sitting there and sees Gavin running at him looking that weird, and he just loses it. He drops his controller and just keeps laughing, and he winds up dying or some shit. That was epic Rooster Teeth right there, or Achievement Hunter. They got rid of that. They got rid of that stuff. It's not funny anymore.
No, it's not. It was really funny. I mean, one of them I remember is when Michael put wet bread on Gavin Free's desk.
Oh God, yes.
And Gavin's like,
Gavin had this weird thing about wet bread, yeah.
Or when
they were playing like Trouble in Terrorist Town, and they had this sprays you could put on the wall. And one of them is a bunch of wet bread, and it's Gavin sitting on a plane, and there's just a pile of wet bread in front of him. And he comes around the corner, and he sees it. He's like,
I don't know. I can't remember exactly who did this. It was either Michael or someone else, but they did like a like a leg chop on Gavin's desk, and it just broke in half. And Gavin's like,
That was Jeremy.
"What did you do?
That was Jeremy.
What have you done?"
The other one they had was that really got me good. It went on for several weeks. Gavin went back to England to do his slow-mo guy show with Dan the Man, and they drilled a hole into the top of his desk or into the bottom of his desk, and they put one of the little vibrators from a handheld controller in there. And basically the vibrators, all it does is this little thing that spins around, a little motor, and they stuck it up in there and sealed it in there, and it's remote controlled, and it's a little solenoid. You know, all you do is like hit a button and it starts to whir. So he's sitting there and he's like typing on his computer, and there's just this, and he like stops typing, and he's like, "What's going on?" And they fuck with him for like 2 weeks with that. And he's like at work every day. And he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And he's lifting up his computer, and there's nothing in there. And he finally finds it. He like looks under his desk, and he sees a little patch that was made. Like that's such a great prank, because he thinks every time he hits like the space bar, this thing just starts making this horrible noise. Yeah, they got rid of all the pranks and all the antics. Antics was a great word for it. They used to have a lot of antics.
Yeah, they did. I used to watch their I don't know who, I forget the creator. They have like a person that will animate some of the funny stories of the crew. And
that was an outside content creator.
Yeah, and I used to watch those animated clips.
Oh, the animated clips were some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
Like even from there, like they would have table talk or like a happy hour kind of thing where they would drink, and Jeremy and Michael would just get shit faced, and they had some of the best commentary from that. And they would like the whole show itself, you know, wasn't that great, but they would have little bits, and animating that with Jeremy and Michael was fantastic. I thought it was so good. It was one of the best things they had, and they just stopped doing it.
That's disappointing to hear.
Well, I stopped watching it, a couple of years ago.
I did as well.
COVID really, I think, fucked them up, because they were so pro lockdown. They're up in Austin. It's not that far from me, and
it's not far from me either. It's like maybe a couple hours from Dallas.
Oh, you're up in Dallas, so you're I think 4 hours away from me. I'm in Houston.
Cool.
And not to mention,
there you go,
Raquel also told me that she's also next to my state as well.
What state is that again?
Kentucky.
Kentucky? Okay.
That's way up in the Northeast. We're not even close to that. I've been in Newport. I was in Newport for a little while.
Newport, huh?
Well, that's actually where the Cincinnati airport is. It's in Newport, Kentucky, not exactly Cincinnati, Ohio. No, wait. Am I getting that wrong?
Might be getting that wrong. Heck, the last time I went to Ohio and Newport and Cincinnati was when I went to the Cincinnati Zoo and the Newport Aquarium. Twice.
Yeah, they're like right next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah. Along with West Virginia.
I haven't been to West Virginia. I've been to Virginia, though. I've been to Richmond. I lived in Arlington for a little while.
Yeah, I've been there a few times with my dad and my nana. But the last time I went there went to my very first Mothman festival.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Rooster Teeth, ever since that Vic McNally situation, I just didn't really tune in anymore.
I'll be right back. The dog's losing her mind. I'll be right back.
Okay.
No problem, eh? Yeah. Rooster Teeth's been a bit of a... Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Ever since that Vic Mignogna situation with Funimation and Rooster Teeth, I just tune out on Rooster Teeth. I don't really tune in to it anymore, quite frankly.
Do you think?
Yeah, among other things.
What about
do you think Vic Mignogna is going to play Broly anymore?
that's the question. I mean, Funimation just flat out fired him, and but now the big question is since Funimation is part of Crunchyroll now, that's like I don't know, that's really up in the air like that at that point. I mean, Vic, if Crunchyroll, decides to hire Vic, Vic either accept it or deny it. And I really don't think what happened with Vic at Funimation. I really don't think he would go back. To be honest.
Yeah.
Hello, Courtney. How are you, sweetie?
Yeah. Still an uncertainty.
What are you watching, Fed?
Yeah, what you watching? And what's the most horrific thing you've been seeing?
Humanity is at the hot mess at the moment. No kidding.
Yeah, especially in America.
No, I disagree with that. We're not a hot mess.
Oh,
The stupid people are a hot mess. And like I mentioned before, Twitter only makes up about 10% of the United States.
exactly.
And they are a hot mess. So the other 90%, of that 90%, I'd say less than half are a mess.
Yeah.
Well, there's the leaders, of course.
Yeah, and not to mention is that Twitter also is the place for where the worst of loads of communities like the Black people community and the trans community come out the worst. Well, only the minor people in it.
See, this is one of the big problems I have with this idea of it being a community, the LGBTQAI plus. I think there's a 2 in there now.
2?
Yeah, there's like a number in there now.
I'm doing good. How are you, Courtney?
Hey, Courtney. So, I have 2 cousins that are gay. I have a first cousin who's in her 50s, and she's been gay since, like she was 14. So, she was the firstborn, and her father really wanted a son, and pretty much kind of got her into sports, and bought her a dirt bike when she was 13, and took her out hunting and taught her how to use a rifle and things like that. I think that might have had some sort of influence on her sexuality. I don't know, but her sister was always a very girly girl, and they're from the same parents, and there's a huge dichotomy there. Like, one is definitely very tomboyish. That's a perfect word for it. There's a tomboy, wound up being a lesbian. Like, even before college, she was into girls. She was always tough. She was always playing football with the boys. She was always, getting dirty. She, like I said, had a dirt bike, had a gun, things like that. Her sister never had any of that kind of stuff. She was a very girly girl. And one of the girly girl's sons is gay. So I was talking to the family, it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or something like that, about the Parental Rights Act that's going on in Florida. And one of them said the "don't say gay" thing. And I was like, well, basically what you're saying is, if you believe that it's a "don't say gay" bill, and you believe that it's targeting the LGBTQAI plus 2 community, you're saying that every single member of that community is a child groomer and is into the pedophile kind of stuff. And I said, I think that is extremely wrong, because I know for a fact that my 2 cousins, which are related to you, are not like that. And I think it's extremely demeaning to their lives that they have to be lumped into this community because of their sexuality. And the response from him was, well, but I mean, Florida, DeSantis, I mean, he's a Republican. I'm like, yeah, but what you're saying is completely disingenuous, and it hurts members of our family by you saying this. And he really didn't have a reaction to that. He just Well, let's not talk about politics. It's like, no, man, no, you're attacking my family members. I can't just let you go. And the other members of the family are like, just let it go, John. Just let it go. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever.
No kidding.
Yeah. Fed, what are you? You watched a guy get his arm torn off by some. What does that say? AZOV fuckers before they burned him alive? Worst one so far. Oh my god. What the heck?
Azov. Those are
Azov?
the National Socialist Party of Ukraine guys. I think that's what Fed is talking about.
Eee.
Is that who you're talking about, Fed?
All right, I'm gonna go try to get some energy to dye my hair. Have fun, everyone. Peace out.
Bye, Courtney. Love you, babe.
Later, Courtney. Hey, Courtney. Before you go, I friended you on Guild. I don't know if you saw that or not.
She's already gone. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Agreed,
Anyway.
Fed. Agreed.
Yeah, I completely agree, Fed. It's that, and the idea that some of them have this belief that because they're a teacher, they have more rights is completely ridiculous.
It is.
I'm sorry. This is so. If how do I phrase this? The idea is that they say this bill doesn't need to happen. Well, okay, then why? Oh, because what we're doing isn't happening. Well, then if it's not happening, what's your fucking problem? Like it's like putting up a sign that says obey the speed limit instead of putting up a speed limit sign. Because people are still speeding. Like, what's your problem? What is it? Why do you have an issue with this other sign being there? We're not speeding. Yes, you are.
Yeah. And the funny thing to also mention, and this is based on, what went on with me a little bit with someone on Discord I talked to a bit.
You're young. I actually want to hear about your experience in high school or middle school or stuff. Did they talk about this kind of
Excuse
shit?
me.
Well,
yeah, more?
My kitten has a request, and I will leave it to the council to decide because y'all are nerdier than I am.
I'm giving you $20.
Wait, what? No, I want $20.
No, she wants
Are you gonna buy
something.
the Master Chief collection for me?
Master Chief collection of what?
Halo.
Oh, okay.
No, Raquel, come on, babe.
Well, I am not familiar with. I am not familiar with Halo.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't even play this shit. Anyway, I will leave it to the council to decide if I will fulfill her request.
Well, we need to hear some.
What's the request?
Well, she's asking to give me $20 so she can have my card so she can buy it online.
It's 16
Okay.
bucks. Going on for all of them.
Wait. How much? I didn't hear that. How much?
$16 for the Master Chief collection on Steam.
She wants to use her mom's credit card.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. You have to buy Steam Plus, though, right? In order to get that $16?
I don't
if
think
you download
I've
Steam,
never heard of a Steam Plus.
You can download Steam for free. But isn't there some other thing in order to get that deal you have to get the $16 for?
Never heard of that.
If the Master Chief collection is $16 on Steam and you don't have to pay any additional cost, do it.
All right, that's one vote.
Okay, so she wants you to buy
She wants to trade me cash for my card. All right, Lord Haster says that is a steal, so that's 2 votes.
Absolutely. Lord Haster is correct.
Well, if you're okay with it, more, I should say go for it.
Well, here, Raquel, it's like this. So the thing is going to cost $16, but she doesn't have a credit card to use. Moira has a credit card to use in order to pay for it.
Right.
So Moira basically gets $6 in her pocket.
Haster is definitely saying, go for it.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah.
Well, if she's giving you $16 to...
Well, I want to hear devil's advocate. Does anyone else have like a reason why not to?
Oh,
I mean, it's really up to you that you're okay with it, Mario.
Well, no, I just want. I figured instead of flipping a coin on yes or no, I would let the very adorable nerdy council help decide.
Well, my logic is sound.
Well,
It's hard to defeat
like I
that.
said, if you're okay with it, Mario, go for it.
Well, she was asking us.
Well, if I was totally opposed to it, I would have just told her no. But sometimes it's fun to flip a coin, so to speak. So
I should say go for it.
I say do it.
Yeah.
Alistar.
alrighty. As I was saying, well, technically, it wasn't really high school drama related.
Oh, I was
since,
just talking about the Halo thing.
Oh, Halo.
What's
Oh.
your
Oh, sorry.
what's your perspective on the Halo Master Chief?
Well,
thing?
it's a pretty interesting, collection. As well, the launch wasn't the best, but over time with the updates, it has really gotten good. And now they released mod tools for ODST.
Isn't it like 5 games in the Master Chief collection?
Yeah, well, initially start with 1, 2, 3, 4 games, and then Reach and Halo 3 ODST got added as DLC. And then came out with some new maps and new armor, especially ones from Halo Online and new Elite armor.
I think it's just the single player for the Master Chief collection.
Actually, there's actually multiplayer for
Okay.
all 5 games. Sorry.
So you don't have any reason that Moira should not take this deal?
Well, I mean, it doesn't. Well, to be honest, initially when you buy the game, you don't have a Reach or ODST. But if you do download the DLC to get them, then they'll be on there.
So I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Moira, does she have friends to play with?
what?
Does she have friends to play with?
Yeah, she's got friends in her Discord.
Okay, there you go. Okay, no reason not to buy it.
Most of them are her airsoft friends.
Oh, she plays
Microsoft?
Airsoft. I used to play
Airsoft, yeah. Like,
Airsoft.
I thought it was real. Well, when I found
Guns
out that
running
she
around
was
shooting
current
people.
and prior military,
Bang, 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 bang,
and
bang.
go out
I
there
used to play paintball.
I think it was a good
Ouch.
way for her to learn like tactical stuff that I wouldn't be able to teach her. And like I said, she gets to play alongside current and prior military members, and I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah, sure. I think do it. I think Alistar is pretty much saying the same. We haven't heard Daniel say anything in a long time.
Are you okay, Daniel?
He's been mute the whole time.
Did he do
Yeah.
something?
He's been on mute for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he fall asleep or something?
He might have fallen asleep.
I mean, heck, I haven't
Paintball.
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
Love
I used
some
to
paintball.
play paintball.
Paintball looks painful.
Well,
I never
it's
played
gonna
paintball before. I
gonna-
heard it was
gonna-
painful.
it's gonna sting a little bit. It's not gonna like hurt.
Sting. It leaves like a very. It brings it leaves a bruise on your skin.
I'll try
At
it.
my
If you're not wearing gear, yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
we
like-
were running around. We all had face masks. We all had hoods on. We're all wearing like 2 layers. If you get painted, you get painted. It's gonna sting a little bit, but
Yeah,
no, it's
here,
not gonna like
show it,
leave a
'cause it
fucking
said
welt.
show, and then it didn't show.
Well, I don't know. It was some kind of video I watched, and they were doing paintball, and really, they're like really showing
I think it's
like
weird
the
that
bruises
it's
on their
on
stomach
there.
from the paintball.
No, you're
Head
you're
at.
thinking about Jackass when they let off that security mine for the embassy.
Put the thing in, and then for PayPal, it's just like you got to actually sign it.
No, I'm pretty sure it was paintball.
I mean, I can show you the video of what you're talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, if you're real close and you shoot someone with a
couldn't
paintball
make sure
and
what
they're
it
not,
was, and I'm
and they're
like,
just wearing like a
no.
regular shirt, yeah,
Mhm.
it might leave a little bit of a welt.
It
but
varies.
It's not the way paintball works.
What he said.
It stings a little bit, but no, it doesn't. It's not like I can't get up.
I need to watch the Jackass 4 movie. I haven't checked the trailer out, and I haven't seen the movie, but I would really like to.
Like I had a guy. Okay, I'm wearing jeans too, like camo jeans, and as we're walking to the car, I'm walking to the car with my buddy Ryan, and one of the guys just has his sidearm thing, and he shoots me right in the ass, and I'm like, ugh! What the fuck, man? But no, it was just like a little pop in my butt. No, I almost unloaded it. I had a hopper that could hold like 400. I could have turned around and just lit him up, but no, I didn't. Like if you get shot on bare skin, yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah, me too. My favorite Jackass stunt, giant hand. Mine was.
I don't know. I really like that Valentine one. Really get him up and they get closer because it's a big heart on the side of a wall in a hotel, and they drilled a hole in the wall and stuck this Valentine note that's a big heart, and the lettering gets so much smaller as it goes down because they're running out of space. So they have to get really close to actually read the bottom of it, and then bam, fist right in the face.
I love the giant hand. That was just funny.
It's hard to find a good Jackass, like your favorite Jackass stunt. That's just a lot of really good ones.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't like the gross ones though. Like,
are you talking the porta potty with Steve-O? Oh my god, that was
and he's like,
disgusting.
"Come wash my back," and then he tries to like chase people and hug them as he's covered.
I think it was called the Poo Cocktail Supreme. Oh,
Didn't he also
God.
swim in a septic? Like,
I'm not sure. Oh,
like
my
Steve-O
favorite,
did some
my
weird
favorite
shit.
one is the Tortoro Totter. You know, with the bowl.
Oh God, yes. Like,
That was funny.
That is like severe injury and pain.
Oh yeah,
thank
Johnny
you for putting
Knoxville just literally got blown over by a bull.
Johnny Knoxville doesn't have a penis anymore.
Oh, not since that motorcycle accident he had.
No, it's just like there's just torn bunch of stuff down there.
No, I not motorcycle. I would say dirt bike. I'm sorry.
I still think one of my favorite ones is that mine that I'm talking about. It's an anti-personnel mine that they use outside of embassies, and they're discussing it with the dude that helped invent it. Like, he knows what it is. You know, it's something like 1,700 rubber balls that is blown out by a C4 blast from behind, and Johnny's like, so it's gonna hurt, right? And he's like, oh yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot. And they're sitting there and they test it, and it's Ryan Dunn, Bam Margera, and Johnny Knoxville's just standing there, and they set it off, and it's just huge bang, and they watch the rubber balls fly around, and Bam Margera's like, fuck that, I'm out. No. And Ryan Dunn just, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm not doing that. And they all go sit outside, and Johnny Knoxville's got the camera crew with him, and they go sit, and like, Bam is shaking. Like, his hands are shaking. He's like, we actually have to fucking do this. Like, no.
Also, Bam is very afraid of snakes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
do not put him in a snake pit.
Bam has never been one of like the stunt guys. He's been like more of one of like comedy inflicting damage guys. Like, yeah, like throwing an alligator in his mom's bathroom, or running in and smacking his dad a lot. That's like what Bam does. Or Ryan Dunn is sitting there with like a cigarette, going, "Fuck that, man! I'm not doing that. Did you see that thing?" And Johnny Knoxville was like, "Oh no, it's just really loud. It's gonna hurt, but it's just really loud, man. We'll be fine." Like,
or when Bam set off fireworks in his parents' bedroom.
Yeah, like that's not like a serious injury stunt. Bam's not gonna stand in front of a fucking bull like Knoxville did.
No.
Oh God, when he got hit by that bull, And he puts on a blindfold, lights a cigarette, and then just stands there and just gets railed by a fucking bull. Oh,
Jeez.
that dude's that there's like hardcore, and then there's Johnny Knoxville. You know, like he's on another level.
Oh yeah, another
And he
level.
gets up and he's like, ha 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 ha! Ooh, that hurts so bad.
Like it's nothing, dude. Like
Did you see the one where he gets in a fight with Butterbean?
Butterbean? I don't think so.
Oh my god, it's so good. So Butterbean is this giant fucking kickboxer boxer guy. Yeah, he's just huge. Like he looks like he's really fat, and he is really fat, but the guy's a beast. He's got shoulders like much broader than mine, and he's shorter than I am. And he's like, "Hi, my name's Johnny Knoxville." And he goes, "Hey, I'm Butterbean." And he gets in a fight with him inside of a store. Butterbean just clocks him real quick. And Johnny's like, oof, oof. And Butterbean's, okay, hit me one time, Johnny. Right here. Here. Hey, just punch me. Johnny punches him. Butterbean hauls back with an overhand right, knocks Johnny Knoxville the fuck out.
You know,
he is snoring on the ground.
Oh,
they have to get like smelling salts. And he wakes up and he's like, oh, he's got a cut on his head. His jaw's fucked up. And he's like, is Butterbean okay?
Is Butterbean okay? What about you, dude? You're the one who's clocked out on the floor.
That's Johnny Knoxville. That's the comedy. He's like, is Butterbean okay? It's so good.
Like, you know, every time that Johnny says, hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, you know something's going to go wrong.
He got shot out of a fucking cannon. Like a real cannon that they could have launched a cannonball out of. Johnny Knoxville got shot out of one of those. Like, the dude is...
I hope you wear earplugs for that. I hope.
Yeah. Oh, they take all kinds of... Like, he was probably wearing a cup, and he's probably got some, padding on him, too. They're not going to kill the guy. Although he did get hit by a fucking bull.
And damaged his penis. Like when that happened, he said he had to wear a catheter for a very long while. Yikes.
Yes.
Yikes.
He's ruptured his spleen. He's ruptured lungs. He's had collapsed lungs. He's so many broken bones. And he's still going. Still walking around. He's like, let's do another movie, guys. And they're like, we're getting over 50, Johnny. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it has to.
How much money did they have to pay Steve-O to come back?
Well, he's completely sober. He's like clean.
Sober or not, his body has been through some shit.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He may have been sober, but he wasn't unscathed.
Oh God! I mean, they've all Wee Man died, and I think
wait, Wee Man? Hold on a minute. I don't think Wee Man passed away.
I thought he did.
Wee Man? No.
I think Preston also passed away, didn't he?
No, Wee Man's still alive. The one who sadly passed away was Ryan Dunn.
Oh, Ryan Dunn died in a car crash because they were driving like 120 miles an hour while drunk.
Well, it was like him and his friend were in the car.
Yes.
And ever since then, Bam hasn't really been the same.
No. Bam started doing like heroin.
He went downhill. Downhill.
Like he got divorced from his wife and shit like that. And I gotta be honest, Bam looks like Phil.
Yeah, he like when I haven't seen him for a very long while. The next time I saw him, it's like, whoa, he's really looking like Phil now.
Yeah, he really looks like Phil. It's crazy.
Yeah. And normally, Bam's like really healthy.
God, these guys are all in their 50s now. Like, holy shit.
What was the other person you said? The other one you said?
I thought
before?
Preston Lacey had died.
Preston Lacey?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay, Preston Lacey should still be here.
He's a big fat one. Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, Wee Man's still here. Preston's still here. The only one is not who's no longer with us is
Yeah,
Ryan
the only one
Dunn.
that died was Ryan Dunn.
Yeah.
I thought another one had died. I swear to God, I thought Weedman had died.
No, he's still good.
Yeah, those are some tough hombres. Again, they're like now all in their 50s, and they did another fucking movie. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, Bam was very angry he wasn't really a part of that movie.
He's got a whole shitload of substance abuse and psychological problems going on. Like, how the hell can they let him back on the set?
Yeah, I mean, how many
Like,
times
with
this
his,
dude
with
has
his
been
weight
to
issue, the rehab, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if, especially with Steve-O and his recovery, if Bam's still using, how do you let him on the set with Steve-O there, you know?
Yeah, like that's like too much temptation.
Well, you can't do that to someone that's in recovery.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't.
Like,
No, it's too much temptation.
well, it's not just temptation; it's just fucking rude and stupid
Yeah.
and awful.
Inconsiderate.
Yeah, inconsiderate's a good word for it.
Yeah, I mean him. Do you know Bram's buddy Novak? He's clean too.
I don't know Novak.
No, he was you could see him on Bam's Viva La Bam TV series, Bam's
No,
Unholy Union.
I never watched that. Bam was not one of my favorites on the show. It was probably my least favorite.
Yeah,
member of
his name is
Jackass.
Brandon Novak, I believe.
That sounds familiar, but no, I never watched Viva La Bam.
Yeah, he was really, yeah, he was really into some substance abuse too, and he had like Steve-O, he got cleaned as well.
Well, Steve-O, like lit a cigarette on a plane when he was at his worst.
Yeah, like I don't know if you watched it was like a documentary about Steve-O and his drug use and.
Oh, one of no, I'm sorry, I'm reading wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was like a documentary about Steve-O, about his drug use, like really pretty heavy shit.
Yeah, well, he was a geek for Carnival when
Barnes and Bailey Circus.
Yeah, like he did like real geek shit, which is not an illusion. Like he did real geek shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
really
he would drink half a gallon of water and then swallow a goldfish and then drink another half gallon and then spit the goldfish back out.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon DiCamillo, Rake Yan. You don't really see him anymore.
Who are those guys?
They're
That's actually his name is not Eldrick Lord Haster. It's actually Darth Haster. He changed his name.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Brandon DiCamillo and Rake Yan, they're friends of Viva La Bam show. So yeah, they're friends of Bam Margera.
And they had substance abuse issues too.
No, they just don't. They're just we don't really see them. Like ever since Viva La Bam ended, you don't really see them anymore that much.
What was the other one? Was it Wild Boys? Was Steve-O and the other one?
Wild Boys?
Yeah, I thought that was a spinoff of Jackass with those two guys, Steve-O and the guys with the big dicks. Those guys.
Oh, those.
He was like party boy. He used to like jump around.
Steve-O and what? Chris Pontius.
Chris Pontius. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
I thought that's what it was called.
I remember this spinoff. I think it's like a spinoff of Jackass. It's called Nitro Circus.
Nitro Circus. Yes, I thought that we were related to Jackass. I didn't think it was.
Yeah,
a spinoff.
that's what I thought too. No, I think one of them. I believe.
So, if anyone's curious, you know what Raquel's talking about with Jackass and Rooster Teeth and things that Alice started talking about or Moira's talking about, like Halo, things like that. That's the Renaissance man thing I was talking about. If you want to meet a girl, just know a little bit about everything rather than
Yeah.
a lot about one thing.
What are the people in the in Nitro Circus? He died from skydiving.
That could be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was really, really sad to hear.
Well, you know, they're involved in some crazy shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
if a bull ran into me and threw me over his horns, I'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Pontius, yes.
Yeah. You don't really see like, Brandon, Rake, or Chris that much anymore.
Well, maybe they got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Are you sure? What is it? That's 1:30. You sure you don't want to watch Civil War?
Not really. Not right now.
Yeah, me neither. Since it's 2:35 where I'm at. I'm probably gonna go to bed at 3.
Moira, what are you up to? You've been quiet.
Oh, sorry, I was making a campaign TikTok. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I found an article about some of the COVID money being badly spent on things that shouldn't have been by our current governor, and I'm like, ooh.
You mean how a lot of it? Let's say, I think $5.4 billion in advertising from Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer.
Well, yeah.
I thought that money,
but each state
it's
would give
taxpayer
them certain
dollars
amount of
from the
money to
government.
take care of
would-
people, and he
Yeah.
spent it on some pet projects and never even came to fruition or anything. Like nothing even good came from it. And
Well, that was one of the things they did in Florida was the government said this is a local hospital in Brandon, Florida, outside Tampa. It was a little podunk hospital. For each confirmed COVID patient, they got $3,600 in aid from the federal government. I'm sure, because they're doctors, right? They're
you're gonna
doctors.
get this poor girl shut
Doctors.
down.
They're not gonna lie about anything so they can get some more money. So there were 12 hospitals from Jacksonville to Orlando down I-4, which goes from Tampa to Jacksonville pretty much. That's I-4. Were found out to have fraudulent COVID statistics. The global average was something like 25% infection rate. These 12 hospitals and clinics had 100% infection rate. So everyone that came in there thinking they had COVID, they were classified as COVID. And those clinics and hospitals got federal government money. That's called fraud. So DeSantis started investigating that stuff, and they went, "Oh no, it was a clerical error." No, it was a clerical error. And DeSantis went, "Are you going to give the money back?" And they went, "Oh, we have to give the money back?" Yes, you do. And then DeSantis started cracking down on hospitals and clinics statewide, and COVID numbers started to change a little bit. And then this woman that worked for DeSantis's campaign turned out to be not of the party that DeSantis was, tried to hack into the government system in Florida to try to get a bunch of COVID information so that she could use it against Ron DeSantis. The media took her as like a whistleblower. No, she's a liar, is what she was. So the numbers that we have in Florida based on what the federal government says and the media says are probably not accurate whatsoever, because the flu is still a thing, right? If you look at the statistics from 2020 and 2021, there were 200 deaths from the flu in 2020. We know this. This is CDC statistics. You can look at all statistics you can look up at the CDC website. 200 deaths from the flu in 2020.
Okay.
Can you guess how many there were in 2019? Just take a guess how many deaths there were from the flu in 2019.
I don't. 0.
20,000. The year before that, in 2018, there were 35,000 deaths from the flu in 2018.
Okay.
And then magically in 2020 and 2021, the flu just vanished.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you were getting to. Sorry.
Anyway, Bush, I thought instead of watching Civil War, let's watch the original Jackass movie. You up for that?
Do you
Yeah,
have
sounds good.
Yeah, let's
do you
do
have
that.
the new one? Do you have the new one?
I'm not sure. We can check it out, but yeah, we're gonna watch
Great.
Jackass. The
Now
movie.
my IQ just lowered to 130. Damn it.
So when are we gonna watch it?
In a few minutes. So we're gonna watch.
We're gonna close out the live stream to YouTube so we can watch this because copyright strikes and shit.
Yeah, unfortunately,
okay.
I can't. I would, but I'm having problems with the Cosme site right now, so I can't really show the movie behind the scenes right now. But thanks for everyone for coming. We'll catch you all sometime soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.